Hi, I'm glad to see you today. Glad you could join me. Today I thought we'd do a black canvas, and I've taken a black canvas here, and I've covered the whole thing with alizarin crimson and phthalo blue. And I've just sort of mixed them on the brush and just covered the entire canvas. So I'll have them graphically run all the colors that you need across your screen, and you can see the colors we're going to use to do this beautiful little painting today. And while they're doing that, let's get started. So I say this is alizarin crimson and phthalo blue, so it's sort of a purplish color up here. We hope. It's hard to see. Take a little bit of white on the large brush. And let's go right up here and just lay a little bit of color in the sky. This is just plain white, but it's picking up the purplish color that we have underneath. Just a little titanium white. Just let it bounce around and play. And if everything works just right, when this painting's done, I don't think it's going to look like a black canvas. I think it'll look like a white canvas. Just want to show you how versatile some of these black canvases are. They're some of the most fantastic things going. There we go. That'll give us just a little bit of color in the sky, a little purplish hue. And you can make this any color you want. If you want to be more of a bluish color, you can have more phthalo blue than crimson, and automatically you'll have that. Okay, let's wash the brush. What the heck? Now we wash our brushes with odorless paint thinner. Bloop, beat them dry, and then we're in business. Let's take an old fan brush today. Let's build a happy little cloud up the sky, and I'll use some titanium white on the fan brush and put a lot of paint into the brush. A lot of paint. Okay, let's go up to the canvas here. Use just a corner of the brush, and very quickly we'll just drop in some happy little floaters around here. Little clouds are free. They just sort of float around and have fun. Just let them go, wherever. Got to make these decisions. Where are they at? Okay, and we'll take our big brush. It's clean and dry. Very gently. Just blend this out. It also is picking up that color that's underneath. That first coat of paint that we put on is put on with very firm paint, very dry, firm paint. So you can do all this blending without becoming a mud mixer. If you use thin, oily paints here and you try to do all this, you're going to become a mud mixer and you're going to be upset with me. And I don't want you to be unhappy. So gently blend across. And that easy. We get some very effective, beautiful little clouds. That's all there is to it. Okay, we can clean the old brush again. This really may be the most fun part of this whole technique is cleaning the brush. Oh, you can take out all your hostilities. All right. Maybe there's a little footy hill back here, a little foothill. And let's take, we'll just mix it on the brush here. Some phthalo blue, a little crimson into it. And let's use some sap green right into it. And this is just mixed with a brush. Shoot, no big deal. Put a little white in there and we can see what color we got. Okay, I'm gonna add a little brown. I won't dull it, too bright. So you can dull it right down. Put a little brown in it, that'll dull it down. Okay, a lot of paint on the brush. Let's go up to the canvas. Maybe there lives a little foothill. Yeah, you're right. There he is. And just use the corner of the brush. And we'll just put a basic little foothill shape right in there. Just like so. Let it go. There. And all you're looking for is very, very basic shape. Okay, now we'll take the large brush, grab it, and pull it down. Pull it down. Shoo, that easy. And just by changing the direction of the brush, you can make the illusion of all kinds of highlights and shadows just by changing the direction of the brush, especially on these black canvases. If you want to create mist down at the bottom, take a little white on the brush, very little, very, very little, and just tap it in. Color shows up 100 times stronger on the black canvases than it does on the white ones. So use very, very, very little color. Very little. And just tap in a little bit. And that'll create the illusion of mist down here. Just pull those right out. And very lightly blend all that. And lift it upward. That's a super nice way to make some little foothills that are far away. Very quiet. Okay. Now, tell you what, let's do. Let's clean that old fan brush. Okay. Now let's make another range of hills here. And maybe for this one, let's use phthalo blue and Van Dyke brown. Blue and brown. I want this one very dark. We put a little white in the other one. This one I don't want any white in. As things get closer to you in the landscape, they should get darker in value. So here comes a little hill right there. Very dark. Very dark. Blue and brown. Blue and brown. There it goes. Right there. Right there. Just lay in a little color. See how easy that is? And already you can begin to see another range here. And we're working with different planes. The more planes you have in a painting, the more depth you'll have in that painting. And sometimes when I'm painting these, I'll make them smaller and put, oh goodness, sometimes 8 or 10 foothills in here. And it looks like you can just look back and see forever. On a clear day, of course. Okay. Let's go in here now. Tell you what, let's take a little permanent red, a little permanent red, a little permanent red, a little burnt umber. And we'll just sort of mix that together. And let's go right up in here. And maybe there's a little red right in here. Let's begin adding a little color. This is getting close enough now that we're beginning to see color. So we can add a little color in and maybe it comes right down. Like so. Shoot, there might even be a little bit right over here. Wherever you want it. Just throw in a little color. Permanent red, burnt umber. Let's put it in. Now I'm going to take this big brush and gently tap that. I want to soften it so it just blends right in, but yet you'll still be able to see a little of that reddish hue. Still don't want it too bright. It's too far away. Too far away. Too far. There. But you see how you can see every brush stroke in these black canvases. Okay. Now while we get this color on the brush, add a little white to it. That's burnt umber, permanent red, a little tiny bit of titanium white. Maybe back in here, maybe, there it is. Maybe there's a little tree, bush, something right there. There's another one. Ain't that fun? Ain't that fun? Painting used to drive me crazy. I was a traditional painter for many years, and you really don't have to agonize over paintings. You don't have to be blessed by Michelangelo at birth. You can paint. You can paint. Okay, that'll give us like a little growth of trees back in the back. I'm going to take now back to the 2.5-inch brush, go into a little cad yellow. Oh, we'll add a little sap green. A little sap green, cad yellow. And maybe. I'll tell you what, I want a little more sap green. There, I want it quite dark right there underneath. Sap green, a little cad yellow. Maybe there's a little plain out here, a little meadow. Now let's add a little more of the cadmium yellow. Let it get a little brighter. There. So it begins working out from that. See there? Now if your paint will not stick well, add a little bit of paint thinner to your brush. Just a little though. Ooh, a little tiny bit. Little tiny bit. Takes very, very little. See And this is creating another plane. And I'm going to add a little yellow ochre, maybe a little bit of Indian yellow. See, just by changing the color a little bit, it makes it look like another plane. And every time you add another plane, you create more depth in your painting, another dimension. Another dimension. And that's really what painting is all about, is to make it look deep, far away. Just walk right back into this painting. There we go. Okay. Now, when you're doing this, if you want to make something a little darker, there's color underneath here. So all you have to do is tap on it, and automatically it'll pick up the color underneath and it gets darker. So just work it, and you can make it dark, 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 right on down till it's almost black again if you wanted to. But anytime you want to create a shadow, or you want to make an area darker, tap it. That's all there is to it. And you can soften it, make it darker, 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 darker. You can make this look almost like velvet. Looks almost like lace just laying out there. Okay, there. All righty, tell you what, let's do. Maybe there's some big trees that grow around the side. I'm gonna go right into some Van Dyke brown, little crimson, alizarin crimson, sap green, and just mix them on the brush here. Pull that brush in one direction, one direction. Okay, now look at this brush. Look at this brush. See, look at all the paint in the end of it. There, you can really see it. Look at the amount of paint. And there's a slight curve because you pulled it in one direction. You want that curve to be on top. Let's go to the canvas. Now, when you touch the canvas, touch it and push. Look at there. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that exciting? Look at all those thousands of leaves. Now, you could sit there with your one-haired brush for a week trying to do that, or you can do it in one stroke with an almighty brush. Look at that. Don't be afraid of it. Load a lot of paint into the brush. Probably the biggest single mistake made is people don't put enough paint in the brush, and then they have to hit the canvas so hard. Oh, put a lot of paint in the brush. Have fun with it. Okay, same colors, brown, green, little alizarin crimson. Maybe, there it is. There it is. Just sort of look at your painting, evaluate it, make a decision, and go. And go. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Have fun with it. Just push it in there, bend those bristles, and go. Don't let the brush slide. Don't let the brush slide. It's very important. You don't want that brush to slide. Okay, there we are. Now maybe, there's some water down here. I see water down here. So if you want water, all you have to do is take this old big brush. We'll go right into a little bit of titanium white. Decide where you want the water to be. Touch and pull down. Touch and pull down. You're going to pick up that color that's underneath, and automatically you got water. Look at there. Look there. That's simple. Wherever you want it. Wherever. Touch, pull straight down. Now, it's important that you pull straight down. Straight down. Now, sometimes it reflects a little bit from the sky, so maybe there's a little white right in wherever you want it. Wherever. It's reflected out of the sky. Just drop it in, pull straight down, go right across it. Okay. Now, add a little bit of phthalo blue. Maybe we'll give it just a little more of the blue hue. Blue hue. There you go. Just like so. And after you pull it straight down, go gently across. Isn't that something? Just go across. Now, brush strokes are very, very important, especially on these black canvases. See there? But that easy. Instant water. Okay, now we can come back in here and begin putting some beautiful little highlights on some of these and making all kinds of little trees and bushes out of them. We'll go right into some yellow, some yellow, some yellow. Let's hit some sap green. There we go. A lot of paint in the bristles. Yellow, sap green. Okay, maybe right up here in this old big tree. Touch, just like we did with the big brush. We load it the same way. We touch the canvas the same way. Barely, barely touching. Just enough to bend the bristles a little. And once again, you need a lot of paint. A lot of paint. Okay, we'll sort of vary some colors. Maybe we'll go right into a little yellow ochre here. We don't know how many trees this is growing here in this clump. There could be several. Your trees, so however many you want in there, that's what you put in. Maybe there's a little permanent red added to it, maybe just to brighten it up. Now, we don't know how many trees are in this clump. Maybe this is one. Just let them happen. Don't kill all your dark areas. Most important that you save some of those. You kill all your dark areas, it's going to get very flat. Very flat, and we don't want a flat tree. We want a nice, bright, shiny tree. Okay, let's go to the other side of the canvas. And over there, we can add a little more, got a little more green, a little more yellow. And let's go right in here to this big old tree. Oh, there's a beautiful green. Beautiful green. Look at that. Let's put some yellow ochre. There's a beautiful little shiny bush. Happy little bush. Happy bush. We only have happy bushes. Go back into a little more of that green and just sort of let it play back and forth. Let all these little things happen. Let them all happen. See there? Can do. There's one. Wherever you want them. Maybe, maybe, maybe. There's one. Add a little permanent red to this one, make it stand out a little. Okay, if your paint won't stick well, add a little paint thinner to your brush, and it'll stick without any problem then. You can go right over anything. Thin paint sticks to a thick paint. All right, let's take our liner brush. A little paint thinner on it, and go right into some brown. Bring it to a nice sharp point by turning it. Okay, let's go up here and let's put some little limbs and sticks. Maybe. There's one. Comes right out of the top. Right out of the top. And he's got a friend that lives right there. And he comes right down in there. See, sometimes you have, in trees, you have limbs that, just individual limbs that, well, they go to the happy hunting ground. But they're still there, and they're still beautiful. Don't leave them out. These little branches are so pretty. So pretty. Everything in nature is pretty. Use it. Maybe. There it is. Comes right there. Wherever you want it. There we go. There we go. Isn't it fun to just sit and create such beautiful things? Let's go into a little white. Leave that color on the brush, go right into a little bit of white. Okay, now, maybe there's some here, a little different color. Paint thinner. See, let all these little things happen, these little changes in color. Oh, they make things exciting, they make you happy. Make you happy, make you happy. There, all kinds of things. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to some of the brown. This Van Dyke brown. Let's go over the other side, and maybe there's some limbs over here too. We don't want him to feel left out. Just here and there. Here and there. Okay, maybe. There's one. Go back into my paint thinner, and we'll go right back into the white paint. I haven't cleaned the brush, so you still have all that brown in there. And maybe, you're right, there it is. You were right. Just let these things happen. Look at there. See, and you didn't have to clean the brush. And I'm lazy. If I don't have to clean the brush, I like it. I like it. Maybe he's got a little friend that lives Right there. Okay, tell you what, let's do. Let's take. Go right into some of this green and all the yellows and the red. It's all right here. It's just all mixed here. Let's just tap. This is the same old dirty brush I was using to do the background. And in here we'll add a little bit of little grassy areas here and there. And once again here I'm just tapping. Just to be very soft, little flat feel. See? That's all there is to it. All there is to it. There. Just let it go. Let it go. Maybe it comes right up the hill here. And wherever you want them to go, that's where they go. Do you ever think painting could be so easy and so much fun? It can. Really can. It's no big secret to it. Learn a few basic rules and let it happen. All you need is a dream in your heart. Alrighty, tell you what, let's put some land down here, a little bit of dirt. Take a little Van Dyke brown, a little burnt umber mixed on the knife. Okay, and then we'll go up here, and all we're going to do is just touch. Just let the knife bounce around and play. A little more paint. Just play with it. Wherever it goes, let it happen. Just go over on the other side now. Right in here. There it goes again. These things they just wander everywhere you want them. This is also the way you sort of clean up the bottom of your grassy area. It'll clean it up, make it nice and pretty. And this is Van Dyke brown, burnt umber. Wherever you want them. Okay, now then we'll take a little bit of titanium white, a little blue and a little brown. So we got white, blue, and brown. Sort of a very light gray color. A little bit of paint on the knife. Okay, let's go right up here. And I'm just barely touching. Just let it just graze across the top. Just barely touch. Whisper light. Barely touch. Can't say that enough. Okay. There. You know, it's so fantastic to be privileged enough to be here on television with you. I have made hundreds and hundreds of friends across the country. And it's a super pleasure to be invited into your home each week and to spend a half an hour with you. And I thank you. I really enjoy being with you. You've become a very close and dear friend, and I want to wish you the best. And hope these paintings bring a little joy into your life and teach you a little something. Take a little magic white now into that. I'm going to add the least little amount of phthalo blue. Least little amount. Now, to put some little water lines in here, take the knife, pull this out very flat, and then cut across. Okay? And you can come right up underneath here and add in little water lines, just like so. Just like so. And you can put as many of these in here as you want. Just let them go. Let them go. There. Now they need to be basically straight. If they're not straight, your painting, your water will run right out of your painting. Started to say your painting would run right out of your water, but we know that's not right. There, and just wherever you want them. Just go to the other side over there and add a few over here. We're going to have some on this side. Don't want to get jealous. There we go. You know, and another thing, if you enjoy these shows, let your station know. Shoot, that's the only way they know. If you like something, call them up. Spend a minute with them. Tell them what you like. That's the way you get different shows on television, or you keep shows on there that you like, or you get reruns if you want them. Let them know. they need to know. I'm going to take and add a couple of more little twigs and little sticks, maybe right in here, just to break that up some. Just to break it up. Okay, like that. Here and there. And I think we're right on the verge of having a completed painting. This painting, as I said in the beginning, has a tremendous amount of depth. There's plane after plane. It really is a super, super fun painting to do. If you're interested in selling a painting, it'll put a happy buck. So I'll take a little paint thinner. We'll go right here, and we'll drop a little signature on. The old clock on the wall tells me I've got to leave you for today, but I'll be back. And from all of us here, happy painting. God bless.